Yeah, I'm ready.
We done did that New Orleans.
We did done do that.
We did done do that.
Did done do that?
That did do that we did.
Yeah. Who? Okay, so now that we're out of New Orleans and I don't have to risk someone yelling at me that just overhears the question. What's up with the Who Dat thing?
I don't know.
Who Dat?
I don't understand it.
Like I know that Saints fans say it, but I assumed it was like Who Dat? The Saints? But it seems to be just a general New Orleans thing is Who Dat?
That's true.
So
Who Dat?
I don't know. I feel like that's kind of the vibe that we give off everywhere we were going, as people were looking at us going, Who Dat?
Who Dat? Who Day?
Who Dat?
Dat one, Dat two. Who Dat? The Dat, though, is real.
Yeah.
And we actually met a guy who talked like that.
That's true.
Charles.
Yeah, Charles. Oh, boy. Where do we start with Charles?
Well, we had a lot of experiences. This is just one.
He, French Quarter.
French Quarter. Middle of the day?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Roy had abandoned us. He was like a block ahead of us.
He did. I think
he saw Charles coming.
He saw
and walked
Charles
away.
coming, right?
And I don't even. Oh, no, it wasn't. It wasn't middle of the day because Armstrong Park was lit up.
That's right.
Because this all started when I pointed out that Armstrong Park, a park we had just been to earlier that day, the lights were now lit up.
Yeah.
And as if he were a panhandler Batman waiting for the bat signal to go up, Charles appeared from nowhere.
Literally from nowhere.
Yeah, to explain to us, who we were not asking. He just was doing it. Explain to us what Armstrong Park was.
Yeah, he did. Congo Square's over there, which he didn't know that we had already been there that day.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then he explained to us who Marie Laveau was.
Yep.
And then explained to us where Solange Knowles lives.
Yes.
And where they film NCIS.
Yes.
And where he went to high school. And then asked for money.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But he told us a ghost story.
Yeah, he did.
Right? Like I don't remember the details.
It's a generic ghost story. It's always fun to hear from random people, though.
Yeah.
I was in this building and I felt something, and then I saw a person moving. Can I have some money?
Yeah. And you know what? He was so entertaining. Other than the touching, I
gave him a 5.
Yeah. I tossed in $1 as well.
No, the touching is why I gave him a 5.
Oh, that was...
I felt loved because he kept rubbing my stomach and shoulder.
You were lucky.
Yeah. Like everything he was saying, it was.
He was more making a jabbing motion towards my abdomen.
Yeah, yours was he wanted to stab. He felt a kinship to me and wanted to rub my belly, a lot of pats on the back, a lot of shoulder rubs.
You looked like you might have been a good spooning partner.
That's it.
Yeah.
And he did get money because, well, I guess this is just a tip for anyone out there.
Yeah.
If you want to make some money whilst panhandling, offer a service.
Yeah. Tell a good story.
Tell me a story.
Yeah.
If I have cash, I'll give you some cash after that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He got $5.
He did. It seemed like everywhere we went, we encountered really nice people, and a lot of them were willing to entertain you in one way or another.
Yes.
Like the guy at the one bar where we got a mint julep offered us 2 jokes.
Yeah.
No charge.
No charge.
Just
and also at random.
Yeah.
He acted like he was not pleased that we were there.
Yes. We were the only people in the bar.
Yeah. And not just like the only people. Like it was 3 people and the bartender, and the bartender doesn't want to be there because up until that point it was 0 people and the bartender.
That's right.
He's just able to sit there and watch pickleball on ESPN2 all day.
And not have to tell any stupid jokes. No, they were good jokes, actually.
They were
good jokes, yeah.
But he made the drinks, then just walked off.
Yeah.
And then randomly came back to tell us that he had just heard that there was a drug dealer in his neighborhood.
Yep.
And it was the local barber, and that he was in shock because no one ever told him that guy cut hair.
It was a good joke.
It's a good joke.
It's a good joke.
I like the joke.
It's inoffensive, middle of the road.
Yeah. Like, I think everyone would enjoy that joke.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
In fact, you know what? I'm going to challenge everyone to go tell that joke to one person.
Yes.
And I would like to know how many chuckles versus groans you get. Both are an okay reaction to the joke.
Make it about your neighborhood, though.
Yeah.
You know, Paducah's got at least one barber.
That's true. And that barber might sell meth.
Just
in
like
Paducah. Yeah.
Goodman Julep. That was the Preservation Hall bar.
Yeah.
We set out with the goal of having several classic cocktails when we were in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
First drink we got there on Friday, was at the Absinthe House. Is that what it was called?
That's it.
Something like that. That was a great drink. And I had had an absinthe frap with some local Nolans absinthe in there. It's delicious.
The bartender there, because for those who didn't listen to the last episode, we were in New Orleans. We didn't preface this because Justin has moved from young to old man.
Yeah, that's right.
Or will be briefly.
In a few months.
Yeah. So the bartender at the Absinthe House was, I felt like she was very encouraging about aging.
She was perceptive. She's like, "What are we here for? A bachelor party, a birthday?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, birthday.
Yeah.
And I said, "I'm entering a new decade," and she said, she was 50.
Yeah, 50.
And
she didn't look 50.
She did not look 50. She's very vibrant. She was super into having her red hair.
Yeah.
And then she was like basically telling us how her life had gotten started in a way when she had hit 50, and that now she was learning to please herself. Is that what she said?
Yeah,
she was going home at night and
she did randomly. So, well, up until that point, it was very like pep talky.
Yeah,
like
it's gonna be so good.
No, I mean like you're as young as you feel.
Yes.
I didn't know anything, and now that I'm 50, I feel like I know things. My libido's crazy. Yeah. I touch myself a lot.
That is what she said.
All right.
Yeah. I did feel encouraging though, because when you're there, there's like an additional mysticism around everything in the city because it's so associated with so many different religions, and voodoo and all that stuff. So there's fortune tellers everywhere.
A lot of tarot.
A lot of tarot, voodoo shops, a lot of Catholic stuff. We
did go into a store where they offered to throw animal bones for us.
They did, yeah, in the most light way too. She was like, we could throw some animal bones around.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right.
Which, if it had been free, but I don't really want to pay for it. You know what it really is? It's paying for the time that is being spent to throw the animal bones when I don't really believe in animal bones.
Sure.
Fortune telling.
Sure. Yeah.
Like if it was just money or just time, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
But it's both money and time. And I might get a story, but I also might get done and go, well, that was a waste of money and time.
Very true. Very true. I mean, if it's an experience, I guess, that you wanted to have, then sure. But it's not an experience you wanted to have.
We're recording on the road again, as we've done previously. Apparently, we're in a town called Brandon,
Alabama.
Either we're in a town called Brandon, or that police officer's name is Brandon Police.
And I'm glad they didn't see our microphones.
Well, that's not against the law.
I guess it's not specifically because not many people do it, right?
Yeah, you're not allowed to hold a phone while recording.
Yeah, no one said anything about a microphone.
Anyway.
Yeah, so we had that. We had a Sazerac down on Bourbon Street. Saw some music on the street.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Bourbon Street's crazy.
Bourbon
and loud.
Street's crazy. If you've never been, it's an experience you need to have.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be your favorite thing.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It is what you've heard.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
And pro tip, if you go in August, there's a lot fewer people there.
Yeah.
Because it's August.
Yeah.
It's very warm and sticky.
Oh yeah, and these are from two guys who have lived in Tennessee for a long time, up until recently. I mean, that was more humidity than I've ever dealt with, I think, in my living life.
That was, I mean, they hit 90s in humidity.
Yeah.
Not like it will be regularly 91 degrees with a heat index of 103, 104.
Yeah, that's what we were living in, the soup of the city. But if you can get through with that, there are quite a few less people there.
That's true.
And several Uber drivers willing to give you recommendations on what you could do.
I felt like everyone in New Orleans was just like a person. I want to tell them all the things I like now.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
It's a captive audience. Let me finally express where I think they have a good po' boy.
Yes. It seems like a city that knows, they know that people come there, and they know why people come there to have a good time, and everyone seems to be on board with that. Like, there were no grumpy people. In fact, there were the anti-grumpy police. As we were walking by, someone yelled at us to smile.
Mm-hmm.
It's like...
Which was interesting because I finally knew what it felt like to be catcalled.
Yeah.
Like, you'd look prettier if you smiled, sweetie. Okay. Thank you.
So it's a brass band. Well, we went to Cafe Du Monde, had our beignets and coffees, our cafe au lait.
Yeah.
That was great. They have a band out there all the time too, who are really great as well. A lot of art in the city. I was not aware how many shops there would be with just paintings and sculptures and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so this is where I'm going to say a slightly negative thing about New Orleans.
Okay, that's fine.
There is a lot of art. The stores all seem to be selling, for the most part, the same art.
Yeah.
Like, not exact same art, but, like, it looks the same, and there's not a lot of variety. At least in the French Quarter.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure there's fantastic art throughout the city because it is an arts place.
Definitely. And you feel that every step of the way. I mean, from the graffiti to the stickers on the poles to the art that people are selling on the street.
I just think that we are allowed to critique art now.
Yeah, oh yeah,
because
certainly we are.
Our Bob Ross podcast, I'm allowed to say what paintings were terrible.
Oh yeah, absolutely you are.
And I did when we walked down the street. I loudly critiqued everything in the face of the people selling them.
Pedestrian.
Needs work. Good mouthfeel.
Derivative. You got your bucket drummers?
You got bucket drummers everywhere.
Everywhere. What was our... you have child bucket drummers who are learning the craft.
Yeah.
Right there.
I don't know whether to be impressed by bucket drumming.
Some of it is impressing.
Yeah, but is it hard?
I think... Well, we might have been dealing with some of the world's best bucket drummers, potentially. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, New Orleans seems like the place, right? I don't know how much skill is required for bucket drumming. It's like when I watch certain Olympic sports. Sure.
I don't know whether I should be impressed by certain things that they do in the Olympics because I've never done them and I don't know maybe I can do what they're doing. I don't know.
Maybe you have a hidden talent that you're unaware of.
But bucket drumming, I've never tried it. I don't know if it's difficult or not.
You might be amazing at shooting things while on skis.
Well, I mean, I do love guns and skiing on flat surfaces. Dumbest sport ever. Any sport
100%.
where you're skiing and there's no hill involved. Get out of here.
I know.
Stop it.
I know. Much more exciting to watch people go down and then go off the ramp.
Yeah.
That shit's cool.
Well,
That's hardcore.
they're doing it right. It starts with a hill.
Yeah.
It's called ski slopes, not ski flats.
There's was our next drink the Hurricane?
Yeah, I think so.
Did we go Sazerac then Hurricane?
I think so.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, we had the Hurricane at Pat O'Brien's, which is apparently the place for a hurricane.
According to people and the frat boys yelling at people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There wasn't as much of that as I thought there would be, but there was some of it. Yeah, August is the key, right? Yeah. But there were definitely some drunk, barely 21-year-old dudes who...
With the frat boy haircut.
Oh, with the frat boy haircut, all sitting together in a clump. And they wanted to know how I felt about the upcoming elections, and I think we all know how that feels.
They were screaming Kamala or Trump, which, again, they are there to party. So it kind of came out more...
I thought he was asking me about a lawnmower at first.
Yeah.
I had to ask him to repeat himself twice.
I had to ask him to repeat himself twice. We were not with each other. This guy's doing this to everybody.
Separately.
And
yes.
was asking, like, everyone was having to ask for him to repeat himself.
Yes.
And he was not pleased with my answer. So.
Beautiful city, man. I couldn't get over it. Despite the heat and everything else, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I mean, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I guess that's sort of literally there.
Yeah.
I would love to go back many more times in life.
Yeah.
Our first po' boy was at. We had several po' boys.
I had 4 po' boys.
You had 4 po' boys during this trip.
Well, I had other options. I just
you chose. No, you chose. You chose, and you chose well. First one was at, what was the name of the place? Parkway.
Yeah, Parkway. That would be my James Brown.
Yeah, you had a James Brown,
which is barbecue beef and shrimp.
Oh yes.
Very good.
I just had the barbecue beef because I can't eat shrimp, sadly, but I probably would have got the same as you if I could.
Yeah.
But the barbecue beef was incredible, man.
Yeah, the shrimp was better.
And Roy got dirty rice there. Was it dirty rice?
As
well as a sandwich? It was good, whatever it was.
I don't know. I didn't keep track of what Roy...
And we had a Pim's Cup there.
Well, okay. We'll just... let's take right now to summarize what Roy ate.
Yes. On the trip?
Yeah, beignets.
Okay. Mostly beignets. He loved the beignets. He was all in. For the last night, our final night, he's like, we're coming back from a bar, and he's like, you guys could drop me off at Cafe Du Monde. And we're like, all right.
Yeah.
So we did, and he walked back.
So Roy existed almost solely on beignets, as far as I'm concerned.
He was really digging the beignets.
Which, to be fair, they're good.
They are good.
Yeah, so I have no idea what he got.
I think he had a roast beef there. Yeah, he had like the regular roast beef, not the barbecue. So that place was great. It was definitely outside of like the main area though.
It was not French Quarter.
It was not French Quarter. We had the second po' boys. Yeah. We're at Nola Po' Boys.
Yeah.
Which was a great place.
Yeah.
In the French Quarter. Big menu.
I do feel like it's geared towards tourists.
It definitely was, yeah. It was not a local place.
Yeah.
By any means.
But it was pretty good just because it was there.
I got a muffaletta.
And all po' boys are good.
Yeah. So. That's where you got the soft shell crab, right?
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Which was your favorite thing?
The soft shell crab was my favorite.
Was that your favorite?
Oh, Well, so I have to do a Franken po' boy to
That's
say what
right.
my
That's
favorite
right.
would be. So,
Yes.
well, the other po' boys here. And the next one was also, again, from Nola Po' Boy.
Yes.
Where I got, it had gumbo and shrimp on it.
Yeah.
Tasted good, soggy.
Yeah.
And
Gumbo's going to do that.
And then we went to Verde Market later.
Yeah. And that was your turkey.
Yeah. I got a turkey po' boy. That one's out. That one's boring. I knew that would be a boring
choice.
I just, it was there.
It's what you wanted.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes you just get what you wanted. I had gumbo at the Nola place.
Yeah.
And I had red beans and rice. Those were good.
Yeah. So if I had to make the food I want, I'd take the bread from Parkway.
Okay.
Soft shell crab.
Yeah.
From Nola.
Yeah.
And put it all together.
And that would be your ultimate.
Yeah.
From the trip.
And take the gumbo from the third one.
Yeah.
And just put that in a bowl and eat it as gumbo.
Absolutely.
Because it tasted good It just was a little bit too sloppy and too wet.
Yeah. Well, the delivery system was off, basically.
French bread is not meant for holding soups.
You dab it into the soup,
right?
You don't expect it to contain soup by any means.
Yeah, it's
it filters soup.
That's it. But the food's fantastic. I didn't get as many things this time because I've been before.
Yeah, this is my first time.
Last time it was, I gotta try jambalaya, I gotta try gumbo, I gotta try red beans and rice, I gotta try, like I did what you did.
Yes.
Because you tried everything.
I did try everything. I had kind of one of everything. I didn't repeat, I don't think, on the trip.
I did not, the only thing I didn't get last time was a muffaletta.
Yeah, because it's not something that you enjoy.
Want it.
That was the first thing I got at the Nola po' boy place, and it was great. I mean, it was humongous for one thing.
Yeah.
It was like one half of a whole, roll of bread, circle of bread.
Yeah, it was a gigantic amount of bread.
Huge. It was so good, though. I love the olives and everything. Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
I'm trying to think anything else I did eat that was nothing else of note.
We didn't do a lot of sit down. We mostly just kind of, well, I guess we sat down, but we mostly did your kind of, sandwiches and stuff like that. We didn't do a sit down dinner kind of thing.
So so I'm already planning for us to go back.
Yes, I love this.
The next time we go back, we need to actually do food the correct way.
Okay.
So we can go to Dookie Chase.
Dookie Chase, yeah.
Or we can go to oh man, I just had the other one in my head.
The restaurant you were really excited about.
Commander's.
Yes.
House. Yeah.
Both of which have been there forever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would pick Dookie Chase.
Okay.
Just because it seems more casual.
It did seem more casual, yeah.
Also, Dookie,
yeah.
So,
it's got to be a good restaurant if they can get by with having Dookie in the name.
Yeah, well, it's Leah Chase.
Right.
You need to. I mean, Leah Chase is one of the queens, if not the queen, of Cajun and Creole cuisine.
There we go. I mean,
it's. I don't know how anyone goes to New Orleans without going to one of those two. We somehow did it.
We somehow did it this time, yeah, but we'll correct that.
Yeah.
We'll correct that next time. Most definitely.
So that's on the list, one of the two. I don't think you need to go to both.
Okay.
I mean, if you really wanted to, you do.
Yeah.
But I think we just need to experience one that's an official, real meal.
Yes. Totally. Totally.
Do it the right way.
You got to do it the right way. We eventually got our daiquiri. If you were looking for chicken and or daiquiris and or pizza by the slice, on Bourbon Street, or in the French Quarter generally, really,
Yeah.
you will not be disappointed. You can find it at every possible turn. See, I thought I had the Hurricane wrong. I didn't realize what the Hurricane was. I thought the Hurricane was the frozen drink.
No.
It is not. It's actually preferable to the frozen drink. But the frozen drink, you got to do it. You got to do it.
Yeah.
And so we got like a mixed thing. You know, you'll see these places with a zillion slushy machines. And that's essentially what it is.
Willie's Chicken.
Willie's Chicken. Yeah, that was the big one there.
So in case anyone needs to know where to find one, I've pulled up. There are 8 locations in the French Quarter.
Okay.
That's what their website says.
8
in the French Quarter.
Wow.
Which I believe is possibly a mile by a mile.
Yeah, it's not big.
1 square mile, 8 locations.
Yeah.
Essentially, if you were to close your eyes.
I'm driving, I'm not going to close my eyes.
Well, no, you don't need to. And walk while in the French Quarter.
Yes.
You will run into a building at some point. That building will be a Willie's Chicken. More often than not, that is the building you will hit.
And they will give you a free sample.
Yeah.
They will. And you will get a brain freeze, almost without fail.
There are 8 locations in the French Quarter. I see 3 are on Bourbon Street.
Wow. Yeah, that seems about right. Man, it's just taken over. It's amazing.
It's good for Willie, whoever Willie is, I guess.
We what did we do Saturday night? Friday night we kind of just had our couple of drinks, walked around, came back.
Saturday night?
Went to bed. Saturday night, night 2. What did we even do? I know we did. We ended up going to the Garden District that day.
Yeah.
And we rode it's the oldest trolley service in the country.
That is the word on the street.
These cool old wooden trolleys that are $1.25 to ride. And we only got charged. We went on 3 different ones. We were only charged once.
Yeah.
Out of all of those times.
It turns out. It turns out if you're running a 150 year, was that how old it was?
I think so. Yeah.
Year old trolley service. Sometimes it doesn't work right, and what appeared to be broken everywhere was the ability for us to pay money.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. And then the driver just sort of shrugged, and we all got on.
Yeah.
And it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Garden District's beautiful if you get to go there. That's where the huge oak trees are that stretch across the street, and
it's definitely where the wealthier New Orleans people live.
100%. It's nice to look at, though. Nice to walk by.
Yeah.
Pro tip, you can't just really visit the cemeteries if you're interested in doing that. Pretty much have to buy a tour, right?
Yeah. Every cemetery we saw was locked up.
Yeah.
Locked up. I knew that I've taken a tour before, and not to brag, but I've seen where Nicolas Cage might possibly be buried someday.
Yes, the Graveyard Pyramid.
Yeah.
Going way far back on a Sushi Jackknife episode. Yeah.
Nicolas Cage, there's a chance he might choose to do that before he's died. He's a weird guy. He might just go, hey, go ahead and put me in my pyramid for a while.
Yeah. You're not wrong about that.
But it's ridiculous. So I knew you had to pay to see that cemetery. All the others look like it's the same thing.
When we were wandering around that area, we found a little sort of indoor mall with a couple shops in it, including a bookstore.
Yeah.
That had a bar in it.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
New Orleans.
It's New Orleans. You can get a drink anywhere at any time. It's a great thing. It's a really good thing. Let's see.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you have a family member that lives in New Orleans and has died.
Yes.
Is there like an Easy Pass type of setup for you to visit family members? Like, I paid for the Easy Pass. I can get to the cemetery whenever I want without paying extra money.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You mean the kind of place where you go through the gate and you don't stop and they read the thing and you just keep going?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that was another thing that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. There's got to be some kind of system.
Yeah.
that you get to visit your relative when you want to, right? I
Like,
mean,
you don't have to just scale the wall to go
Right.
see your
Right.
dead relative.
you get
I
a
would
mausoleum pass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how it works. I just know that there's a bunch of drawers full of dead bodies in there.
That's right. And apparently, if they run out of space, they just sort of crush the old dead body in
Mash
with the
them back.
new. Yep. Compact it.
Yep.
Yeah, what are you going to do? There's only so much room.
Just don't die.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it if you're alive. So
Nope. Hopefully not.
yeah.
Good
Well,
Lord.
if you're Nicolas Cage, again, no telling.
So yesterday, something that had been high on my list for a while, and it seemed to pique your interest as well. We drove out of New Orleans. We went to the town of Abita Springs, Louisiana, and we visited the Abita Mystery House.
Yeah.
This place, honestly, it might have been my favorite thing that we did the whole time.
It was.
Other than just be in New Orleans.
I'm gonna make
you know?
I'm gonna make you describe it. I was about
Okay.
to, and I'm not. I can't.
Okay. So basically you have a gentleman there who over the course of, I think he said 20 years he's been doing it. He told us that he was a regular sort of painter before, and he got bored with doing that. He visited a place in New Mexico which has a similar concept.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know if he's I actually bought the little booklet, so I'll have to find out, but I haven't had a chance to read it yet.
There you go.
I think he's from that area, and he basically has a house, and he has several shacks, an RV, some sort of UFO
Yeah.
back there, and he has been decorating, making art on these buildings and in these buildings for these 20 years. Some of it's interactive. Like when you go in, he says, hey, you don't pay to get in, you pay to get out.
Right.
And he gives you 3, 4, 5 quarters out of a little tin, because inside there's pinball machines and there's different displays that you can interact with, some of which require a quarter. Like there was one that was was it your ideal career?
Yeah.
Or something like that? You put the quarter.
I was. Did you do it?
I did, and I took a picture, but I don't remember what it spat out. Ditch digger or something.
I was a ditch digger.
You were the ditch digger.
Yeah,
okay,
I was a ditch digger.
Yeah.
Which there are worse careers you could have.
Yeah.
I also found out that my worst day, according to one of his machines, would be accidentally seeing Grandma naked.
There you go. And there was another one that was what's for lunch today? And I had vomit cheese. Yeah.
I had ticks.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And shrimp.
Ticks and shrimp. It's almost impossible to describe this place. I mean, each little shack is decorated in its own way. One was covered with bottle caps, old phones, old cell phones, old computer keyboards, computer mice, circuit boards. Basically, he's just been collecting anything and everything for years and incorporating it into these buildings. One is the House of Shards, which sounds worse than it is, because it's all about shards of tile. And if anyone's ever heard of or seen Howard Finster's place up in Summerville, Georgia, gosh, what is I used to know what that was called right off the top of my head, but I can't remember it right now. Anyway, he was inspired by something similar to that as well. So he's got a giant, was it bassigator?
Yeah. There were a lot of gators.
There were a lot of gators, yeah.
The giant one was the bassigator.
Yes.
There was I'm trying to remember what the actual names were. There was a dogagator.
There's a cycloptigator.
There was a cluckigator.
Yes.
I think was the chicken.
Yes, there was the
alligator.
That's right. Dog gator.
Yeah.
The gator with how many legs?
Oh yeah, oh man.
Many-legged gator, 36 legs.
Yeah, it was something along those
lines.
That.
Yeah.
That's what it was, a 36-foot gator.
That's it, 36-foot gator.
Yeah.
And it had 36 feet. It's a place unlike any other, really. And the whole thing, I mean, I guess you could look at it as a big art installation. / museum / everything that's inside this man's head put out onto the walls.
Yeah.
It's a very cool place, very inspiring. Kick-ass gift shop, too.
So if you don't like that sort of thing, here are your two choices.
Yes.
You'll either love that place if you like that sort of thing. If you don't, you're going to at least find it interesting.
Yes.
At no point in time are you going to be bored.
Right. And I think to go in is, or to get out, right, you won't be bored, no.
Yeah.
To get out was like $5?
It was $5.
So it's a low investment.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, the most investment is driving across the giant bridge from New Orleans.
Yes.
To get there.
Yes, the Causeway Bridge, where on the way back I blew through the toll.
Yeah.
Not meaning to, but I did. Semi-meaning to?
Yeah. No, you did it on purpose.
Did I do it on purpose? Okay.
I mean, you can say you didn't mean to, but I saw you flipping off the toll booth attendant. You were mooning her.
Yeah. I did manage to get most of my ass out the window while driving.
Yeah.
They yelled at me as I went through, and we thought maybe it would blow over, but when you're on a very long bridge with nowhere to go,
yeah,
then the toll booth operator can communicate to the police. Well,
yeah,
it's pretty easy for the cops to find you and pull you over.
Yeah.
Which they did, and they couldn't have been nicer.
They made you turn around.
Yeah, we were probably two-thirds of the way across or something, halfway across.
I don't think saying they yelled at you is enough.
The toll booth operator?
Yeah, so there's a whole line to the left.
Yeah.
Justin goes to the right and ignores the line because he doesn't like the line. Like, I know you don't like the line. That's number one what happens.
It's number one.
And number two assumes that if he doesn't pay the toll, he'll just be billed for not paying the toll.
That was my assumption.
Which is what happens most places.
Yes.
To be fair.
Right. Thank you.
But you pull through the toll booth without stopping, and out. All our windows are shut, so I can only imagine how loud this is. As we pull through, we hear the toll booth attendant go, "Hey! Hey!"
Yeah, they were pissed. And my first thought was that directed at me?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So we turned around. We went to a different toll booth attendant because, number one, her booth was not for people who were like us and needing to pay. And number two, I don't think she would have liked seeing us.
Nah,
I don't think she would have liked it.
I don't think so. I think we would have got yelled at some more.
Yeah.
As in, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But probably more haze.
Yeah.
Just this time, your window would be rolled down and it would be at your face.
Hey! Hey! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was sorry.
Yeah.
But thankfully, no ticket, no further charges incurred. Just a confused boy celebrating his coming soon 40th birthday.
You did get escorted back to the gate.
Yeah. If we had tried to break off again, then we would have fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was no chance of that.
The officer just said, "I need you to go back and pay."
Yep.
We're like, okay. And then proceeded to be directly behind us all.
That's true. That's true. He made sure we did.
I'm assuming he thought you had a shifty look.
Maybe. I mean, I sort of look a bit shifty.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beard has grown out a bit on this trip.
And again, you were flipping him off and mooning him as well.
It's amazing how good I am at driving while sticking my ass out the window.
I know, it's crazy.
So that was our little misadventure there.
Uh-huh.
After the mystery house. We went and saw the singing tree, which is near the art museum.
It didn't sing.
No, but it does have giant wind chimes. And It was cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's giant wind chimes all tuned to the same pentatonic scale.
Yes.
So it sounds like chords versus random clanging.
Yeah. That actually would be another tree that someone should make.
The nightmare tree?
Yeah, the nightmare tree.
The dissonant tree.
Yeah.
This would be the worst. Just imagine a person does the same thing.
Yeah.
They put chimes up, but they tune them all to almost be in tune.
Tough. That's tough.
Just slightly off. Just halfway in between, a B and B flat.
You know that thing that happens when you're like tuning a guitar and you hear the the beat frequency?
Yeah.
Oh, you could probably give people headaches and stuff if you wanted to.
So
you could probably do that.
I guess if the government wants to buy this idea for a weapon of war.
The tree of discord.
Yeah. We could do it.
Yeah, we could do it.
Yeah.
And we did some shopping. Vampire store.
Yeah.
Witch store.
Yeah.
Voodoo store.
Yep.
We went to Frenchman Street as well, which was cool. A lot of music inside there. Great bookstore we found.
Bookstore.
As well. Bookstore ruled. This is for people who have never been to New Orleans, this particular show.
Or people who have been and just want to remember things that exist.
There you go.
It was a good bookstore.
It was a good bookstore. And last night we wrapped up our night. We were in pretty early most nights.
We're old. Well, you're old. I'm youthful.
Look at your cherry little cheeks. So cherubine. Look at
such
him.
a little cutie.
Look at ya. Aw. You don't even have your big boy wings.
No, I don't. No,
Cherubic.
I don't.
That's the word.
Yeah, last night, yesterday in general, did we do anything during the day? We did. Just more shopping?
Yeah, there was more shopping and stuff. We took it a lot easier.
Just walking around?
Yeah. Yesterday we definitely tuned it down a bit because really Saturday we did a lot on Saturday.
We walked it was 23,000 some steps?
I think mine was more than that, so somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Between the two.
Yeah.
We took a lot of steps.
Not easy.
No, not easy at all.
On the old feet.
No. So last night we wrapped everything up with a rather chill experience, which I think we enjoyed a lot.
Yeah.
We went to Snake and Jake's bar outside of town.
Snake and Jake.
Snake and Jake. Steak and Shake.
Yeah, Steak and Shake bar.
Bake and Take.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Take and bake.
And we had a lovely few drinks with this was another person who was just great, and he didn't have stories exactly or jokes,
right,
but he kept a good conversation going. This was Juan, the bartender there.
Yes.
And man, Juan was just awesome. This place is really dark inside.
Yeah, the big takeaway from Juan is having both lived in Nashville here. We mentioned Nashville, and he loves, not likes, the Parthenon.
Yes,
in Nashville.
He loves the Nashville Parthenon.
The Nashville Parthenon, to me, it's not. I don't even like it. It's just a thing.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah. If you've never seen it, it's a replica of the Parthenon in Greece.
Yeah.
And on the inside is a giant gilded statue of Athena. And
Juan loves it.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, to a nearly bizarre degree.
Yeah. A guy who I think said he lived on 3 continents and 11 countries.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Loves the Parthenon.
A bar that was held together, he said, by nicotine and regret.
That's it.
And now that no one smokes anymore, they're going to need some Gorilla Tape.
That's it.
But I guess this place was 2 bars that were next to each other, and at some point they joined together to form one bar. Just nice atmosphere. Very red inside. You can't see much.
Very red. We did get to watch the Saints game.
Yeah, we watched a bit of the Saints preseason game with the 49ers.
Yes.
Yeah. And we also had a conversation with a guy in there who... I don't know how we got on it. Oh, another friend had sent me something he saw at a yard sale, which was dehydrated piss.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had to show that to people because that's something I'd never heard of before in my life. And that sparked a conversation with this dude to the other side of us who said that he had once been in a yurt in Kyrgyzstan,
I think is what he said.
Drinking vodka with people there. The vodka was apparently so bad that one of the men he was with went outside, took a piss in his drink, and therefore made a mixer for the vodka.
Yes.
Yeah. Gross.
It's a choice.
It's a very strong choice, yeah.
Yeah.
What about our interactions with people who were high? We had several.
Yeah. Okay, so you would guess. Okay, I vacationed this summer.
Yes.
I have done it.
Yes.
I've been to Colorado.
Yes.
Legal weed.
Yes.
I've been to California.
Yes.
Legal weed.
Yeah.
You live in Vermont.
Legal weed everywhere.
Legal weed.
Yeah.
We go to Louisiana, which I believe is only medical.
I think so, yeah.
Everyone.
Oh, yeah, there was so much weed. Yeah.
Everywhere you walked, you smelled it. It was nonstop. And you could identify the people pretty quickly who were high. We got on our elevator one night.
Oh, yeah, this is great.
And the elevator in our building was haunted.
Definitely haunted.
I think it was haunted.
Yeah.
You would push 3, and it would go 1, 2, 3, 4, open. It was a 50-50 shot that you were actually going to go to the floor you wanted to go.
Yes, that's right.
So these 3 people got on at the same time as us at the ground floor, and we proceeded to tell them, "Hey, watch out! It may not stop on your floor." They were very high.
Super high.
You could see it.
Yeah.
And Roy continued to explain to the gentleman with them what would happen, and he replied, "I don't know, man. I'm high as eagle's tits."
Definitely the quote of the trip.
Yeah.
I'm high as eagle's tits.
Which is great, because it's a response that works in, like, every situation. Like, oh, did you get work done? I don't know, man. I'm high as eagle's tits.
It was great, man. And they weren't there the next time we got on, so they somehow made it off. They did okay. Yeah. Maybe they got absorbed. Maybe they were never really there to begin with.
Could be.
Could be.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It's New Orleans. It's a spooky place.
It is a spooky place. A lot of the places for rent said, not haunted.
Yeah. By the way, if you volunteer that information without me asking, it's definitely haunted.
It's definitely haunted.
I don't believe you.
I wasn't really thinking about it being haunted until you brought it up, but now I'm 100%
well,
sure.
That's like if you met someone and you just went, "Hey, I'm Justin. By the way, didn't kill my wife." People would go, "Okay, but you did, right?" You definitely did.
Definitely did.
Yeah, it was good. It's a good place.
Yeah, it was a lot. We packed a lot into just a couple of days, but it was really fun. I had a fantastic fucking time. Great way to kick off my 40s.
Yeah.
I honestly can't imagine a better way to have kicked off my 40s.
You can't?
Not really, no.
I mean, I could think of other ways.
Such as?
You find Sasquatch.
Well, that'd be fun.
Yeah, like if you found him, you become world famous for finding Sasquatch.
Ooh, you're right about that.
I mean, I don't know. You become the first man to circumnavigate Mars.
That'd be something.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So actually, you kind of slacked.
I guess I did. I didn't work very hard at this.
You just ate some food.
I ate some really great food. I had some really good drinks.
Got high as eagle's tits. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
A lot of laughs. A lot of laughs.
Yeah. No, it was good.
It was good. Yeah. I mean, I think anyone who's listening who's not been wants to go.
Yeah.
It's a 100% recommendation that you go.
99.
99?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I can't recommend anything 100%.
Okay, that's fair.
For instance, I don't. If you are a person who has addiction issues, I wouldn't recommend going
Probably not great.
to
No.
New Orleans.
No.
if you are concerned that you might accidentally get high as eagle's tits, probably shouldn't go.
Not for you. No, not for you.
No. But you know, most people, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's a good time.
So
they know how to have fun in the Big Easy, that's for sure.
Oh, and if you hate horns.
If you hate what?
Horns.
Oh, horns, yeah.
If you hate jazz music, don't ever go.
Nah. It's not the right place.
That would
for
actually
you.
be your least favorite place.
Oh, and we did hear a little Zydeco too.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. I was happy about that. Heard some washboard action.
I think we did basically everything except eat at Doogie Chase. So
yeah. Well, next time then.
Yeah, that's it. we need to start the list of everything we need to do next time.
Oh yeah,
So-
actually you're right. Now's a good time to plan. It's fresh on the mind.
You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, Doogie Chase, record stores.
Preservation Hall we almost did, but we didn't do.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Need to do that.
I'm not sure what else we could possibly do.
Well,
if
we
we
could-
went at the right time, go to a Pelicans game.
We could do that.
And then yell at the people and tell them that Pelicans is a stupid team name. Because it is. It's a dumb team name.
This came up a lot. Yeah.
Well, it's stupid. It's
know.
a stupid team name. They're trash birds. Yeah. That's
the report on this particular trip. Sushi Jackknife.
yeah, Sushi Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you when I actually am 40. All right.
Yeah. Not until then.
Well, no, probably before.
Okay. Nope. This is it. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Gonna jump out the car.
All right. Ass first.